Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to my review of this Sherman tank, scale 118 from 21st century. And recently I watched the movie Fury for a couple of times, and this movie really got me. And I like this movie. You're a machine, that's the name. Okay, it's about a new guy joining this tank crew, and through some battles he become a man. And this movie show a lot about a Sherman tank. Especially there's one scene about a 4 Sherman tank versus 1 Tiger tank. Although that is not realistic. I mean, Sherman tank, 4 Sherman tank cannot hunt down 1 Tiger tank. And 1 Tiger tank don't need to come out to chase the Sherman tank, right? They got the distance, range advantage. All right, so the Sherman tank is a medium tank. And the name Sherman is named by the British. And after the American Civil War hero, his name is William Tecumseh Sherman. And the medium tank, why medium tank? Because at that time, U.S. was separated. I mean, the Second World War. U.S. was separated by the 2 small waters. One is Atlantic, the other one is the Pacific. So all the weapons, all the tanks, they have to ship to Europe. And at that time, the crane has a weight limit that is 40 tons. And the tank, Sherman tank, is 30 to 38 tons. So it's okay. And there are 4 rings, you can see here. 1, 2, and 3, 4. These 4 rings are for the cranes to hook up onto this tank and to move it on the ship, to ship it to the Europeans. At that time, like Ohio, Wisconsin, and Detroit, they produce tank, but all the tank have to ship to the European, to the battlefield. So medium tank during the World War II, this Sherman tank is widely used and relatively cheap and is very reliable. At that time, the Tiger tank produced around 1,300, but Sherman tank produced 49,234, excluding prototype. So you can see the Sherman tank is really outnumbered the Tiger tank. So this tank is from the 21st century. It is very well made and it's pretty detailed. So first, let's look at the tread. The tread can move, okay, very smoothly, and the material is made of rubber, all right. And okay, see there are some teeth, okay, on the both sides of the tread, just like in a real tank. So the teeth help feeding the tread into these wheels, okay, so it will not easily come off. Not like the Russian T-34 tank, which is really not well made. Okay, the Sherman is, I think it's a pretty reliable tank. And also in the front, yes, in the front there are 2 bulges. This 1 and 2 with the 2 small hatches. This one is for the driver, and this one's for the gunner. The gunner is using this 30 caliber machine gun. And these 2 bulges are the weak points of this Sherman tank, because the Sherman tank, the front armor is 2 inches, and beginning from 37 degree up to the 55 on the top. And these 2 bulges are the weak points. So if the Tiger tank or other tank just directly shoot at this part, and the driver or the gunner will die. So usually what they will do is the Sherman tank, the crew member will put some treads or some metal plate in front of here, or even some sandbags to as a extra protection. And also here, because the armor is kind of thin, so they put a metal plate here to protect the driver. And also on the other side, you can see there are 2 other metal plates, okay, welded to the tank as to the protection of the ammos inside of here. Okay, so there are a lot of things you can see. Here's the front lights, and here's some extra wheels just glued on, cannot take it off. Here's the Jerry tank, famous Jerry tank. And okay, so this part, the light, usually when they got a German helmet, they'll put a German helmet on, which is pretty cool. I managed to find one to put on here also. Okay, and let's first take this driver out. It's also from the 21st century. Okay, pretty detailed. Look at the face, right? And also the rank. Yep. The back. And it can move around. Articulation, knees, leg, go up and down, okay, and also the hand. All right, this is driver, and also this is the gunner. Actually, you can do some mix and match, all right. I think this guy looks like the tank commander also. He is a tank commander. Okay. But now he's serving as a gunner at this tank. Okay. And tank commander. Okay. I really wish there is a tank commander who looks like Brad Pitt, so I can, really remake the scene in the Fury in the movie. Another mention is that the Fury, the tank in the Fury, this part is longer, is not like shorter, right? That is the leading tank, that is longer. And also 2 hatches can be closed. These hatches are really, really small. You have to be very in a good shape to get in. Okay, let's open it up. And also the turret can turn around, rotating, pretty good. And the top hatches for the commander can close. Okay. And there are also machine gun on the top. Okay, so if there is not other tanks, so like the machine gunner can just stand on here to shoot the enemy in the front. Okay, and also the back there are so many details, so like the helmet and some bucket here, some boxes, maybe some ammo, but cannot open it. And the back here is some gear for repairing for the tank. Just mold it on the tank. Actually, if you want to they just glued it on this tank. If you want to take it off, it's no problem. And the bottom of the tank, you can see, 21st century. 21st century. Actually, there are 2 brands producing this Sherman tank, 1/18 scale. One is 21st century, the other one is Bravo team. Well, pros and cons. 21st century, I think they're the best. Pretty detailed. And Bravo team is okay, and the hatches cannot be opened. Yeah. So you can choose. They're not so expensive. They're either from $80 to $120. So you can easily hunt down from eBay. And that's a pretty good place to find these tanks. And it's beautiful. I tried to buy 4 Sherman tanks to build a scene in the Fury. And because this movie is so cool. And I also have a lot of 21st century tanks. Tiger tank, I have a lot of Tiger tank, Panthers. In the future, I will review them, each next to. And okay, so this is the Sherman tank. Anything to talk about Sherman tank? It's so cool. Yeah, really outnumbered. I mean, it's like 50,000 tanks versus the Germans' 1,300 tank. At that time, the Germans don't have enough tanks. Okay, and also to win a war, I think the equipment, the weapons is one thing. The man's courage is also another thing. Like there's so many movies, like Band of Brothers. I think at the ending scene there also this tank coming in the movie. It's pretty cool. Okay, and also at this part can also be opened, but there's nothing inside of there. And unlike the Tiger tank in the 21st century, you cannot open this turret. And the Tiger tank turret can be opened. You can see the really details under this turret. So that is another thing to mention about. Okay, and also you can do some DIY. You can put some the little the branches on the side. The purpose is that to add up some extra protection for the crew member there. So the Sherman tank can accommodate 5 crew member, the driver, the machine gunner, the commander, loader, and also the assistant machine gunner. Okay, so thank you so much. This is my first video review for the 21st century Sherman tank, and in the future future video, I will review more of these tanks. And I love, movies about World War II, and also I love these tanks because they are so well made and pretty good. I think, and also it's a 1/18 scale. It's good for G.I. Joe. I can put some G.I. Joe figures out of there, like Sergeant Slaughter. All right, thank you very much for watching this video. See you next time.